Welcome back to 528 Rising. I am here with a very special guest. Her name is Amanda Sato. She is a wife, a mother, and a business owner of Chase Life. We're very excited to have her on this podcast. Amanda, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. You want to shake off the jitters before we get started?
Yes, I do.
This is your first time on a podcast?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to tell the audience about the conversation we had a couple days ago in my kitchen?
Which one?
About the one where you were saying, I'm not ever going to be doing a podcast.
I already told you, social media is out of my comfort zone. All of it is kind of out of the realm. So I'm trying really hard to do things that are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Which, it's all part of it. All part of growing up and yeah.
Doing the homeschool stuff.
Oh, everything in my life is out of my comfort zone currently. So we're just adding another layer of being out of the comfort zone. Yes. We switched jobs, we switched our schooling methods, and we started. So we're definitely we took the leap of just jumping in and being uncomfortable and solving problems along the way.
This is very exciting. Okay, let's start with the education because you said that you shifted a lot. So let's start with education, work our way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Traditional, what everybody does, send your kids to public school. I was at the school with my daughter. Here, I feel like maybe for some moms where you fully set them free. She went to kindergarten at my school. So it's we rode to school together and then I knew her teacher very well. And then COVID happened. So she was in first grade when that happened. So she did a full year of regular school and then COVID happened. And I feel like COVID was kind of our first lean into homeschool, even though we didn't really know it yet. Because it was definitely not a route that we were considering at all in any way. But COVID kind of showed us we can learn and we can be together more and we can learn on the road. We can take trips and still be learning and engaging. And so my husband and I were both still able to work, but we were able to spend so much more time together as a family and we were home together and movie nights in the backyard and all this stuff. So then, everything opens back up and I'm not gonna lie, the year after COVID was rough in the classroom, transitioning back to school for everybody being at home and me included. It was rough. The mask mandates were still there.
Oh my gosh.
So it was just a really hard year. And so Corey and I really started talking about what it felt like being away. And again, I think COVID and being home, it felt like I was being back at work. I was away from this. So it was a huge distance. Even though I worked before, it just that felt normal. And then being home during the lockdown, it was no, it can be different. You can be home. So then we started talking about me staying home from work and kind of, did all the budgeting and the grown-up things before you make that jump. And we're all right, let's do it. So I left teaching. I preschooled my son. My daughter continued going to public school, but I preschooled my son. And so again, that was another lean in, it was it just worked. I was home. Why pay for a preschool? But it was I feel like we were taking these baby steps. So then we put him in kindergarten. So now they're both gone. And it was I hate it. I don't they're away so much. I'm not working at the school now. So I'm even more hands off. I'm not seeing the school from the teacher side. I don't know the events that are going on. I don't know the things that they're rolling out for curriculum and stuff. So I just felt even more removed. And so we started talking about okay, what if we make this jump and I homeschool, we all be together and we can all do this as a group. And so we did it. So after his first year of kinder, we're nope, we're going to give this a shot. And we presented it to the kids who were a little bit more what do you mean? Okay. I do feel it's definitely different than everybody's homeschool journey. Some no, they want to homeschool from the beginning. And so their kids don't, they're not familiar with going to school. So we did have to have a lot of conversations and we were just totally upfront with the kids. This is why, this is what we want to try. And then we'll reassess every year and kind of see how you guys are feeling. And so far we've loved it. And it wasn't intentional that it would line up with the starting of the business. But honestly, I don't know how we would have been able to do one without the other.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have been able to be up and running with the business if we weren't homeschooling. So it wasn't intentional, but it worked out amazingly.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the business then. Chase Life. Where did the name come from?
So Chase is the name of my husband's brother, who we lost unexpectedly in a car accident at 29.
Oh my God.
It was just shy of his 30th birthday. And that was, 3 years ago now. So the name comes from him and kind of like a play on words, right? Like, so the idea of like living your best life and like pursuing everything to make yourself feel good and recover and like chase your best life. But then we used his name as the spelling. So the business honestly came out of the passing of Chase, to be totally honest. It was really, really hard for my husband, of course. It's his younger brother and they were really close. So he had his time of struggle for a while, and then he wanted to feel better. And so then it was like, well, how can I recover well? How can I, what can I do to feel good after the workouts? And so that's when he found cold plunge.
Yeah.
Right. We had like a livestock drop with ice, and like, so we're kind of making our own cold plunge, and he made his own at the station too, and kind of got the guys on board with doing cold plunges after their workouts. And then it was like one night he came down after a shower. He had this like brilliant idea in the shower. He's like, babe, if I want this, other people have got to want it. Other people have got to want to be with other people doing the same things and chatting and hanging out and like getting better together. He's like, what if we had this like giant open room and everybody was cold plunging and sauning? And it just kind of took off from there. He couldn't let it go. It was like, I don't know. He was called to like make this happen.
How incredible, because the concept of cold plunge and sauna, it's very like it's a solo adventure, that you go on. You get into like this very cold bucket, you're freezing, you're by yourself, there's no connection besides just what you're thinking about and what you're trying to get through, and then you get right into this, very hot sauna, because I think yours go up to
so all the science is showing that you receive the most benefits at 175 to 180. So ours, like, that's minimum. So we have one that gets up to 210 and one that gets up to 230. So we definitely like wanted to make sure we were hitting the threshold of benefit for all of our users.
And to imagine, because I've done that in the past, especially when I was working through, I used to do marathon running, and my husband is a marathon running coach, and we're very much in like the fitness world. Yeah. And whenever we would do that, we were just by ourselves, and we were trying to get through this like very physically difficult situation. And from what you've explained in the past about how you guys set this up, is that not only do you have these beautiful benefits, it's not at all.
No.
Okay, so tell me exactly what it's like.
Some people want it that way, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I have some people that they want to like meditate in the sauna, and that's great. They go meditate and they do their thing. And then we have other people where the way they get through it is because they're not alone. Yeah. They don't have to suffer by themselves. They're chatting and having conversations. So then the time passes, and then they realize, oh my gosh, I did my 20-minute sauna session. Yeah. And it wasn't so bad because I was chatting with, somebody who's now my friend. Yeah. And then I get in the cold plunge and I'm telling somebody about what my weekend plans are instead of focusing on how cold this water is. But again, it doesn't work for everybody. Some people want the solo, and that's great. And if you want, like, there are a lot of places that offer cold plunge and sauna, and you're in a room by yourself. The lights are dim, the music is calm, and that's great. If that's what people, need to recover or what they benefit most from, love it. We are definitely kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. All of our equipment is like kind of communal. We have 2 saunas that are open, and they have like glass doors and stuff. So you can see out while you're in there. And then they face the plunges, and the plunges are facing each other. So when you plunge, you're facing somebody, right? Like you're laying down in the water, but you're facing them. And so if you are there with somebody, then you can both be in the plunge facing each other and talking. And then we've got TVs with, I don't know, whatever, baseball, football, whatever that people want to watch, music's playing. We're very family friendly. Our kids are there all the time. So sometimes people bring their kids. We've got kids up and down watching their parents, waving hi in the sauna. So like, it's definitely kind of a unique environment, but the people that come, like, absolutely. So we've had so many people that have like made friends and those connections doing it that way. It's like, hey, what time are you coming tomorrow? Like, I'll come at the same time and we can do another session. Or different business opportunities, like Corey will have the meetings in the sauna. Like, it's so fun, like, it's like, hey, stop by the shop and do a session, and we'll like chat about, what you want to do next with us or how you want to partner or whatever. So,
and that's incredible.
There's nothing else to do. Yeah. What are you going to do? You're in there sweating and struggling. So chat.
And what a great parallel between how you guys have formatted this business from something that is a solo experience to communal, the same way it is when you go into public school systems versus homeschooling systems. When you're going into public school system, there is a little bit more detachment from parent to child, and it's nobody's fault, and that is a preference for some people. But in the homeschool realm, with what I'm seeing happening currently, we are all really bonding together and trying to create something bigger than just our own family unit. Yes, we have that bond and that connection between our kids and our spouses. But beyond that, now we're creating a commune, for, lack of the term, but we are creating something bigger.
I thought that when I was reading all the information on the website, and before we even met, actually, when I was just looking at Roots to Wing on Instagram, I was like, well, this is it's kind of parallels, it's a different avenue. It's recovery and homeschool, but it's the same idea, the desire to have community and have connect. It's hard. Homeschooling's hard.
Yeah.
Momming is hard. So much better when you get to do it together. That's the whole point. Yeah.
You get to pick your heart in this lifetime. Yeah. Either way, as we are moving through this realm of reality, there are going to be so many struggles that come up. And every time I've ever faced something that is really heavy, if I have someone to turn to bounce ideas off of or create something beautiful, it makes it so much easier.
So much easier.
I mean, I think that we are turning a point where nothing is going to be left, as a solo option, unless you want it to.
Like I said, that works for some people.
Yeah, totally. It does. Totally does not work. Okay.
For everybody.
Let's talk about how we
met playing laser tag at Mulligan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I did find you guys on Instagram and reach out on Instagram first, but our first in-person was totally random. And you were totally ready for summer break, and you had a huge visor on.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
And you're just let's round everybody up for laser tag. And you're like, oh, are you guys going in? And you just absorbed us into your group. And you're like, come play laser tag with us. And I wasn't going to go in with the kids. And you're like, no, you should go in. We're all going in. Put a vest on. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
It was slightly forceful. I love that you came into it. You were just like, I'm game. Yes.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we think of homeschooling as our children are homeschooling. But what is happening now in this culture that we're creating is that we as a family are all homeschooling.
Yeah. Well, we're all living it.
Yes.
My first life too,
Yeah.
It's theirs, they're living and learning, but me too.
Yes.
So let's play and have fun and enjoy and,
Yeah. I have never been more fun in my life, by the way. I know that we talked a little bit about off screen, how we were when we were in our teens and 20s. But I can tell you right now, this is the most fun one year. We are going to concerts. We are going and doing talent shows. I have never done karaoke in my life until 4 days ago. It was embarrassing.
Oh,
it was a moment.
So bummed I missed it.
You guys might be able to see that on our social media page because the girls have access to my camera reel. And so you guys might see a reel that pops up because I have no control over what Erica posts. We have videos of me dancing in ridiculous costumes. We have videos of me doing ridiculous performances for our children.
Those should definitely exist in the world.
Yeah. And you know what? It's very fun. I never expected to dress up once a month in a different theme and go out with adult women.
Well, and it makes a difference when you have, again, the community there to do it with you, right? Everything is a little easier and a little more fun when you have somebody doing it with you. It's been a conscious effort to do some of those things because it's really easy for me to assume everybody is judging me or looking at me.
Yes.
Right? At the summer concert when my kids want to go dance and I'm like, but there's so many people here. What do you mean? Go
in that little dance area by the stage?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah.
You should not do that. And then it was why would you not do that? Your kids want to dance with you. Nobody cares about you.
Yeah.
Nobody cares what you're doing. They're doing their own thing.
Yep.
Go do your own thing. So that is a current work in progress for me. Getting out of my own way in terms of just going and having fun and just enjoying.
Do you think that has changed now more so because you're spending so much time with your kids? When they say who you are is a representation of what type of people are around your inner circle the most.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I know I just had this revelation the other day that it was I was chatting with a guest who I've grown to absolutely love so much. I already told him business or no, we're family. You're stuck with me forever. Yes. His name's Patrick and I love him so much. And when he comes in, it's my favorite part of my day. And we just chat about all kinds of topics, but the whole start of the business was how can we help people? How can we serve the community? And it was kind of not intentionally one-sided, but it was how can we be of service?
Right.
And we're there to kind of distract them, right? And now it's they're helping me. So maybe even more than I'm helping them. They're coming in and they're lifting my spirits or they're encouraging or they're I was encouraged to come on here today
Yes.
by one of my members, actually.
Did you really?
So shout out to Logan.
Okay, so what did he say?
He said, you should do it. Don't look at this as something that you are nervous about, or that he's like, you should look at it as something you get to do. It's an opportunity you get to do. And he's like, you may think that because of course there's a little imposter syndrome. Like, why would somebody want to have me on a podcast, right? Like, and he's like, no, you're 100% what people want to see. Like, you're doing things and like accomplishing things and working through things that other people are doing as well. Like, talk about them, engage in the conversation, and you have things that people want to hear or things to say that people want to hear. And so he's just like, no, look at it as an opportunity. And he was very positive, and I appreciate it.
We have to talk about that imposter syndrome. It's time.
Ugh.
Are we ready?
I guess.
Okay, we're going to
I brought it up.
we have to go into it. I mean, this is something that every single morning I wake up and I was like, my name is Monir Miliato and I am the shit and it is okay. And you are strong. Today's the day. You're going to do a podcast. You're going to redo it 10 million times. Thank you to our producers, Hannah Warner, and of course, as always, Matthew Adamo for doing this with us, because they believe in me more than I do sometimes. You know, we have a group chat and I was like, okay, you guys want to keep doing this? And Hannah's like, yes, come down to the studio. We're going to do it now. I'm like, great. And Matt's like, I'll bring all my stuff. See you at 8:00 in the morning. I'm like, wow, these people are like supportive. Mm-hmm. And I think that having a community that we get to homeschool with and having people support you unconditionally with all of like the uncomfortability that we feel for ourselves is 100% why we move forward. I mean, I woke up this morning, I was like, okay, I guess we're doing it.
Oh, I wanted to cancel as soon as we put it in the calendar.
Yeah. But
like,
did you though?
I left your house, I was like, that was a mistake. I should change the date. I should 100% go tell I have something. I have nothing. I have no reason.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, I don't know about this.
Okay, so how do we get over that?
Well, I made myself do it. It was a conscious effort to not let myself back out. There was no reason not to do it, except I was uncomfortable. And how do you grow if you don't do things that are uncomfortable? Like you just stay stationary. And I don't want to stay. I want to grow and be better, and I want to set that example for my kids, and I can't expect them to do uncomfortable things and push themselves if I'm not willing to do the same.
Yeah.
So it was the same. And my husband, he's like my exact opposite, you know, so much like, not that he like loves like being on social media so much and stuff, like, but he's so positive and so like, let's go get it. Let's, you know, he's not afraid. He's not to shy away from the uncomfortable at all. And he's even texting me this morning.
Did he?
Got this. You're so ready. I can't wait to watch it. You're going to do great. Like all those things. I text him like, you're my biggest supporter.
I love you so much.
I did.
Yeah.
100%.
I think that is such a huge benefit, having a partnership, like your immediate partner, to go in and support that. And to say like the things that we typically fight against, you know. I am struggling personally with like my physical appearance as a woman that's aging very well. But my husband every morning wakes up and is like, you're super hot. Like, good job. Like, you're doing great.
Agreed.
I just look.
I agree with him. You're doing
great. Oh, thank you.
I 100% agree.
I appreciate it.
But yes.
But that makes a big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in that sense. Like, yeah, my husband still thinks I'm hot.
Yeah. I am not trying to pretend like he does a great job. And I'm going to keep having him do that because it helps me a little bit.
It does.
I wonder what that looks like for our kids to see.
Oh, well, usually that is not around the kids.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I will take notation of that because my son is definitely like planning his future wife and like how to speak to her.
I love that. Oh, no, I don't mean like affection isn't, but
yeah, like those words.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might be messing up a了 bit.
No.
Where it's like right in front of them.
They're a happy relationship.
A happy, healthy relationship. Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I wonder, even in like, okay, so let's take relationships out of it. Now they're watching you guys. They're watching you not only homeschool them, but grow a business, be outside of your comfort zone, introduce yourself to perfect strangers, do all the things that, you know, if they're in a school, then they're not watching you do, but they're watching every part of it. And I've met your children. Like your daughter is exactly what I'm like hoping my daughter will grow into. She's incredible.
I love.
And your son is so kind and he has such a gentle soul. And so tell me a little bit about what is happening with them and their growth, not, educational, but like their mental growth and their connection to you too.
Well, I don't know if we've ever been closer, like ever. I mean, even when they're babies, it's like because now it's a decision basically, right? We're choosing to be together all the time, but
yeah,
I don't know if we've ever been closer. Like we're 100% involved in every aspect of our lives together. I don't go grocery shopping while they're at school.
Yeah.
Like they go grocery shopping and we discuss what we're having for dinner and they help me shop at the store. And then, they are helping us clean and stock and engage with the guests at the shop. And Kenzie could literally run the shop by herself 100%. Like we taught her how to use the checkout system and everything. And Caden, he's so funny, but he's like the timer guy. Anytime a timer goes off, he'll go get your timer. Do you want more time? Do you want more minutes on your timer? And it's the best. So I just think that they're fully immersed in a way that they have ownership, to be totally honest. I think they have ownership in what we're doing, even though we are kind of driving, the business. They're 100% invested in its success. And then I think they're going to reap the benefits of its success too. They're going to feel that personally because they were involved. And if it changes and it doesn't last as long, I don't know. There's no way to predict what's going to happen. I still think there's going to be some pride from them that they took this leap with us and that they put 100% effort in and made it what it is. If it closes tomorrow, it was still this amazing journey that was literally just a thought in the shower that literally came to life. It's an existing business and people come and say they enjoy it here. That's a pretty crazy, to really think about that. I hope they feel proud of themselves and how much they've invested.
That's incredible.
I hope so.
I think that idea, that thought in the shower, because I don't know how many times you guys are in the shower and thinking about all the things that we have to do and we have to get done. And
my brain is old.
Yes. Yeah. We're rushing through the day to get things done, instead of really being in the moment. And I wonder, we can touch on this a little bit, but I wonder if Chase was able to give him that moment in the shower, that idea in the shower, so that way you guys can pivot your lives into exactly what you're meant to be doing.
Chase was very much of a live in the moment, never say no. You ever seen the movie Yes Day?
Yes.
Chase was a yes man all the time in the best way. We talked about with you. You're someone mentions this random thing and you're yeah, let's do it. I feel that was very much Chase, where he's dude, we should run a Duffy boat on Mother's Day. And yeah, all right, I booked it. And then we're on the Duffy boat. All right, see ya. And he's off the edge of the boat, very much a yes man and very much live in the moment.
Yeah.
Have fun. And yeah, that was all we heard about. Obviously we got to people we had met. He lived in Orange County, so not far, but it was so much fun being around him. And he always made sure everybody was having a good time. And so yeah, he was very much a live in the moment kind of person. And we all have little keychains on our keys that say little sayings about Chase. It's Chase lived and live like Chase, or what would Chase do?
Yeah.
So I definitely think that I don't think we would be here if it hadn't been for, not that I would want that to happen, but for the passing of Chase. I don't know that we would have gotten to this point or have even made this decision to have a business.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't what we pictured. My husband's a fireman. I was a teacher. We definitely were never on our radar. It was not to be business owners, but
here you guys are.
Other plans.
But you also didn't plan on being homeschool parents either.
No, we did not.
Yeah.
So
all of these things, I noticed with COVID, this is a big conversation, even in our house, is that I think it was meant to be something that really rattled our community and shut things down and closed people off. And I can't tell you how much insight and growth I had during COVID. It was the most interesting time in my life.
Where you talk about having all the things you have to do.
Yes.
You have nothing to do.
Yes. But I think during COVID, it was the first time in my life where I was able to be with my husband and my kids, and we could do anything we wanted. Like, we're like, yeah, we should start a soccer league. No one has ever played soccer. Let's do that. Like, our kids need to go outside and play. Let's go in and start a business because we can't rely on businesses to stay open anymore. Let's do something for ourselves. Let's give back to the community. Everyone seems like they're struggling. They're having a difficult time. They're emotionally disconnected. Like, how can we connect them? And then homeschooling happened. And I was like, this is it. This is what success will look like for me. In my lifetime, selfishly, bringing a community together has fed my own soul in ways that I never thought I needed. And so my question to you is, what success look like outside of your business, outside of the things that we normalize as success?
Well, I think if I really think about it, I think we're there, right? I think it's easy to get caught up in the like, well, business isn't, like we don't have employees, it's just us, and it's time consuming, and it's work, right? It's definitely work. But honestly, we are successful. Like, everybody's healthy, everybody's happy, the kids are thriving. Like, we have the first year of homeschooling was definitely hard because I feel like we were missing that community aspect. Right? The kids were very used to seeing peers every day. So that was a big shift. And then now so I kind of just went all in. I like Facebook, Instagram, every homeschool community that existed. I'm like, yo, what's up? We're new. Can we like come play? Like, every single group. I'm like, can we be friends? Yeah. So I jumped all in on like trying to find that. And that was I think the biggest stress for me was like, are they getting enough like friendships? Are they getting enough peer interaction? But oh my gosh, they have all of these amazing little friends, and it looks different. Yeah, it does. And I think I'm still working on it for myself, but like letting go of expectations, or like, what you imagine motherhood or schooling look like. This idea that it was going to be a big block party, or that, you were going to be teaching your kids in the classroom, right? Like, that's not where we're at, and that's okay. So like, let go of those expectations. And I had to let go of what I thought their friendship should look like. It is a conscious reframing because it's easy to get caught up in the hard. Yes. Things are hard, and yes, it's easy, but get to be with kids every day. To see every single aha moment when Caden read the clock yesterday at grandma's house. It's 3:30, Mom. Like, you're right. It sure is, buddy. When he reads the subtitles on the TV and asks a question about the subtitles, because the world's opened up to him because he can read now. Like, that's a huge thing. He's reading everything. And so it's just like, what's this? What's that? And like, I get to be there for every single aha moment. I don't hear about him at a conference. I'm not hearing about him like in the car. Like, I'm there living them with him. Again, I got to consciously reframe. It's an effort for sure. For sure. Consciously reframe. No, I get to do all of these things with them and for them. And then we get to be at the business together. And we get to meet all these super cool people. Yeah. And the kids are engaging with them just as much as me and Corey. They know all of our regulars. Our regulars all know them. They ask them about their sports and their whatever. It's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. So honestly, I think we're super successful already. Wow. Well, we'd like the business to be successful too. Yes, that will come. That is coming. That is happening already. It is happening. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. It's been great. Your description of the business is very exciting for me, because that is something that we, as a group for Roots to Wings, we celebrated a birthday at Glen Ivy Hot Springs. And there we had a cold plunge option, and then you jump into like the sauna, and they have like a warmer pool. Yeah. And when I first got in, I was like, I'm leaving. Goodbye, everybody. I've done this before, but for whatever reason, it was so much more intense that day. Yeah. And all the girls were in there, and they're like, get in. And I was like, okay. And so we did. And I can tell you, we were in there for far too long. They have like a timer. They're like, hey, I think that you should get out now. No, we're good. Time flew by. Yeah, it does. And again, it's not for everybody, but right. For me, for sure, I don't want to do it by myself. Yeah. Don't put me in a little room by myself. I don't want to do that. No, it's hard. Yeah, it is. Chat with me, encourage me. Like, no, I want to be with people. So the community definitely works for us. Okay, so tell me then, with this community in mind, what is either a piece of advice you want to give a brand new mom that is thinking about homeschooling, or just a brand new mom? Let's cut out the homeschooling, or what do you hope for this community? Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Those are big questions. my instant like response was like, I feel like the one you always hear, like, enjoy the little moments.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you hear all the time, and it's so hard, especially when you're a new mom.
Yeah.
It's like pure survival mode. But like letting go of those expectations of the house needs to be clean, all the laundry needs to be done and folded. That was really big for me. Like I always felt like I felt a little guilty if I was like sitting on the couch snuggling or something, or like not being productive. Whereas I should be just savoring. And so like I'm working on it now. Like everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time. Like the laundry can wait, you know, like if the kids are wanting to go jump in the trampoline or play a game, like stop and play the game. Like stop and play the game. Stop and do the things with them while they want to do the things with you.
So you're totally right. Yes. I do remember hearing that a lot from people. But in this place that I'm at in my life right now, that hit a lot harder than I think that it's hit before. Because even right before I got here, it was 7 a.m. and I was making breakfast for the kids before they got up because we were coming here to record this podcast. And I remember my daughter coming down the stairs, and every morning we do like this hug ritual, which sometimes I'm like, okay, I love these hugs so much, but it's been like so much to do. There's so much to do. And this morning she just wanted time. And so as I'm holding her, I'm trying to get things together and put things in the car. And she grabbed my face on both sides of my cheek and was like, can you sit? She's 5.
Yeah.
She said, can I sit? And I was in the garage and we sat on the floor. And I was like, I'm going to be late. And I also feel so guilty that I'm going to be gone away from her today. And the time that I'm gone away from her, I will never get back. But then I try to have conversations with myself in the car, like, that's why we're homeschooling, right? Like, I'm homeschooling so I have all this time with her. And then I thought about our schedule the past 2 weeks, and we did more like learning, and we did more like group events than we have. And I have not hugged her the way I needed to. And so
needed it.
She, you know what? She's tricky.
She knew.
She knew I needed it. But I think that the guilt of doing the things that we're doing for this community, I want everybody to know I love this. Like, this is incredible. What we're creating here is really a big deal for me and for the community that we're building. As we're doing it, I don't want to lose track of what is really important. And that's why we started. It's our kids. And the time that I'm dedicating to this community, I want it to be worth it for other families to also see the benefit. And so when we're doing these podcasts and when we're talking about our children and our families, I want people to understand that none of us know how to do this properly. Like,
no.
I
have to remind myself that all the time.
Yeah.
I have a little Calm app that I listen to, and like it gives me daily reminders. And it was like the other day, it was like, nobody knows what they're doing. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Nobody knows what they're doing. And I'm like, I love it. I don't know who figured out they should put that on there, but it was so comforting. Like, yeah, you're right. It's okay. We're figuring it out.
I should have that tattooed right here on my hand. I don't know. Like, just so that way everybody understands this is my first time ever being a mother in this stage of my life. First time human experience, you know?
You want to have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Of course.
But you can figure it out easier when we have these kind of conversations.
Yeah.
And I hope that's what happened today.
And you don't feel alone.
You don't feel alone. Yeah.
In any of it, even the good and the bad.
Yeah.
To know that there are other moms that struggle with the guilt and I know that it always helps. It's hard to find out. You do want to work, do want to give back, you want to be a wife still, right?
Yeah.
And that, which is so funny, like tied to those dates and that alone time. Yeah. And it's gone, and you're like, yeah, I can't wait to go home and hug them. And I'm like, oh no, it's a real struggle. Like, you want all the things, always want more. So I'm trying to enjoy every little bit I get. That's what I'm trying to do. Actively, consciously thinking about it.
Well, Amanda, this was incredible.
Thanks for having me.
Feel better?
Yeah, I
Is this better?
I feel great. Yeah. I feel great. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for giving us your early morning. I want to ask everybody to please go and take a visit to Chase Life Sauna and Cold Plunge. I will be there. I will probably be freezing or 100%. Super sweaty.
Oh, you'll feel so good.
But it'll feel so good.
Oh, it's not the act up. People are like, I can't believe you like doing this. Like, no, I don't like getting in the plunge. I know that it's worth it for me after. You feel so good after. It's worth it.
So let's take that. While we are all freezing and dying of heat, let's just remember in 8 minutes?
I need 4 minutes.
4 minutes in the cold plunge.
You can do 8.
After,
get it, girl.
Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks so much for joining today's podcast. Let's make sure to leave our community better than what we found it. Amanda Santo is a homeschool mom of 2 and the owner of Chase Life. She focuses on red light therapy and cold plunges. You can find her at 24837 Jefferson Avenue, Suite 210 in Marietta, California. Feel free to call at 951-805-2007 to book your session now. Hannah Warner is the owner and director of Temecula Music Teacher Studio. She's also a sponsor of the 5 to 8 podcast and is constantly giving back to the community. She forms custom groups for all of your private and group music lessons. Feel free to reach her at temeculamusicteacher.com. Dr. Matthew Adamo, DMD, is a trusted family and cosmetic dentist in the heart of Temecula Valley and one of the wonderful sponsors of 5 to 8 Rising podcast. You can reach him by calling or texting 951-296-0705.